what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. Oh yeah, I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it.
Alrighty guys, we are getting started with yet another level 3 game. I have a feeling this one might be pretty good. We have Rockin' Raiders versus Raiders. These guys train together, bout together normally at home, but not usually in mixed teams like this. So it should be quite a good game. We have got Rat Guru 198 jamming for Raiders, getting lead jammer. Our jammer for Rockin' Raiders is 299 light speed, but unfortunately, well, good for Raiders. Rat Guru sneaks through for 4 points straight away as Speedy gets their initial. Rat Guru through for another 4 points. Nice little apex jump attempt there for Lightspeed, but didn't quite stick the landing. And Guru sneaks through again for another 4 points. And there we go, Speedy gets through for their first points for this jam. And Rat Guru through for another 4 points. This is going to be a very fast game. Rat Guru calls it off before Speedy could get any more points. 16-point jam there for Raiders and a 4-point jam for Rockin' Raiders. To tell the difference between the teams, we have Rockin' Raiders in the light blue and we have Raiders in the black. Are you colourblind? All right, on the jam line we have Knucklehead 710 for Rockin' Raiders and Pocket Rocket 131 for Raiders. Pocket Rocket gets through nice and easily on the inside line for lead jammer. We've got Ant Rages doing a big recycle there on Knucklehead. Pocket Rocket putting 4 more points on the board for Raiders. Ant Rages doing another recycle there while we've got Temperamental returning to track after sitting their penalty. We've got Tornado 231 heading to the penalty box. Pocket Rocket getting through again but only scoring 3 points that time, so there must have been a down skater or something forcing that fourth point to not be given. We've had a star pass there for blue. We had Flipper change into star pass, but it was called off by Pocket Rocket. There's going to be a lot of talking. I'm already tired of talking. All right, for Raiders, we have Flamethrower 452 lining up to jam against Evilly 614 for Rockin' Raiders. A nice chase there from Strawberry. Flamethrower gets awarded a cut penalty and gets sent to the penalty box. Got Evilly fighting to get that lead jammer. Getting recycled by the Raiders. Oh, it looks like Evilly has had lead jammer awarded. They must have just got that before they got recycled. Another big recycle being done there by the Raiders, and we've got Flamethrower who's returned to track. Flamethrower getting through for their initial. Evilly is getting recycled again. These Raiders are really giving her a hard time with that recycling. Flame getting through and putting 4 points, another 4 points on the board for Raiders. And there we go. Evilly has made it through the pack. That was a really hard fight. Got Rat Guru doing some O for Flamethrower there. Got Flame scoring, both teams there getting another 2 points. We have got Ant Rages lining up to jam for Raiders 112 against his teammate at home 299 Lightspeed. Ant Rages getting lead jammer there for the Raiders. Both of these jammers are particularly well known for their fancy footwork around the edges. Got Tornado heading to the penalty box for a multiplayer block. Ant Rages getting through for 4 points, and it looks like Speedy, the jammer for Rockin' Raiders, has been sent to the penalty box. Ant Rages getting through another 4 points there. Oh, some fancy footwork and a nice little spin there from Ant just to add a bit of flair. Tornado and Speedy both returning to track. Making sure he doesn't get a cut penalty there. But then getting through on the inside. Ant Rages getting another 4 points. Hot on each other's tail. Oh, a bit of jammer on jammer. Got some really strong defense there by both teams. And Ant calls it off after getting another 4 points. With Speedy sneaking in 3 points before he called it off. Our current score is Rockin' Raiders on 6 and Raiders on 57. All right, we have got Rat Guru lining up for the Raiders and Flipper lining up for the Rockin' Raiders. Rat Guru making that lead look easy, getting through on that inside line. Flipper getting out of the pack for their initial pass. Breezy Preezy there, recycling Guru. But Guru getting through for another 4 points there. Another 4 points there for the Raiders. Flipper is still fighting that tough wall for the Raiders to try and get through for their first points while Rat Guru gets through again. Whammy taking Flipper right back with the recycling. Got some beautiful bridging happening out here by these juniors. Nice little juke there by Rat Guru. Flipper still stuck behind that Raiders tripod. And it's called off by Rat Guru. Although those efforts for Flipper did score her team another 4 points. All right, we have got, another 2 teammates lining up to jam against each other. We have got Aspirin 279 lining up for Raiders and Evilly 614 lining up for Rockin' Raiders. Evilly getting lead there for Rockin' Raiders. And there we go, we have Aspirin through on their initial for Raiders. Both jammers getting stuck behind these tough tripods. We have got Aspirin 279 for Raiders getting a cut penalty, so therefore we'll sit in the penalty box for 30 seconds. Giving Rockin' Raiders the power jam advantage. We have Evely calling it off strategically as per her benchy centre so that they start with a power jam start with Aspirin still in the penalty box. We have got Light Speed 299 lining up to jam for Rockin' Raiders. Yeah, we're not doing it for... Alrighty, Speedy is fighting to get through that pack with this power jam advantage, but unfortunately Rat Guru is recycling them right back, and we have got Aspirin return to track for Raiders. Lead is currently still open, and there we go. Aspirin has gotten lead jammer with Light Speed right on their tail. Aspirin getting through for 4 points. Oh. There we go. Light Speed looking very tired after working really hard to get those 4 points there. Oh, and we have got Aspirin heading back to the penalty box for a cut penalty. We've got 30 seconds left in this jam there. Another 4 points going to Rockin' Raiders. We've got Jam Jams coming into O for Speedy to try and get him through that pack. Rat Guru recycling Speedy all the way back. And that's the end of that jam. Our current score is Rockin' Raiders 25 to Raiders 87. I'm sorry, 89. We have got Hell Bunny 303 lining up to jam for Raiders against Knucklehead 710 for Rockin' Raiders. Oh, Knucklehead very nearly sneaking through for that lead, but got knocked out at the last minute by Tori, and Hell Bunny stole the lead jammer. Sneaking through on her toe stops on the inside, Hell Bunny scores 4 points. Knucklehead still fighting really hard against that black tripod to try and get through. Bunny scoring another 4 points for Raiders. Bunny making this look very easy with that little side swipe over there to get through. Anybody that knows Whammy Black 84 knows that she is notoriously a lover of recycling, and if you give her the opportunity, she will hit you out and will recycle you every single time. It's best to just avoid her if you can on track. There we have it. That was a 16-point jam done there by Hell Bunny. Ooh, we have got a new jammer lining up on the jam line for Raiders. We have got Iris 188 against Evilly 614. And there we have it. Iris gets lead jammer for Raiders. Evilly trying to fight her way through that Raiders pack, but struggling a little bit there. Sudsy, our captain for today for Rockin' Raiders, doing a nice recycle there on Iris. Oh, we have had a star pass for Rockin' Raiders, so our new jammer is Live and Let Die, 215. Rat Guru doing a lovely knockout there and recycling. While Iris gets through for another 4 points. Some beautiful footwork on the line there and a nice little pirouette done by Iris. This black tripod is relentlessly blocking Liv there, stopping her from getting through while we've got Evilly trying to provide some O to help her out to get through. There we go, Iris calling the jam off after scoring another 3 points for her team. That was a whopping 19-point jam there for Iris, with no points scored there for Rockin' Raiders. We have got another new jammer there for Raiders. We have got Tori Nato lining up to jam for Raiders against Lightspeed for Rockin' Raiders. Both jammers, they're struggling to get through these tripods. And there we have it. Tori Nato gets lead for Raiders. Speedy getting through that pack, making their initial pass. Tori Nato getting through for 4 points. Speedy making it through for 3 points there on the outside here after sacrificing some of his own teammates. Oh, Tori Nato is heading to the penalty box after a back block on Wickedly, trying to sneak through on that inside line. Some beautiful bridging there by the Raiders. And Speedy gets through for 4 points. Requesting his team to do some O. He might be feeling a little tired so far after this game. We have got Tori Nato returning to track after their penalty, jamming for Black, and she gets straight through for 4 points, while Lightspeed is still fighting his way through that pack. We've got Pocket Rocket doing some beautiful one-on-one blocking there. And that is a wrap for half-time. Our current scores are Fabulous. We have Rocking Raiders on 39 and Raiders on 134. Ready to go again. We have a couple of seconds left of half time. Jam Jam's looking ready and raring to go. They're being sneaky and not telling me who the jammer is as Rockin' Raiders line up. Oh, there we go. We have Flipper, 8-8 as Rockin' Raiders jammer. We've got Flamethrower coming up against Flipper for black. Right, and here we go. Half two. Flamethrower getting lead out in front there while Flipper's fighting their way through. A big recycle happening again, once again from Whammy there. Flamethrower scoring 4 points there for Raiders. Rat Guru trying to hit Flipper out at the last second, but not quite hitting hard enough there. So Flipper has completed their initial pass. Both jammers racing around the track. Oh, a nice catch just by Baby at the last second. There we go. Both jammers getting through for 4 points there. Big hits coming out of this game for sure. Recycle happening there by Iris for Flip, while Flamethrower's fighting her way through at the front of the pack. At the end of that jam, we have got Breezy Preezy heading to the penalty box for a direction. Players will get a direction penalty when they hit a player, anti-derby direction. We have got Antrageous lining up against Live and Let Die. Both teams have one skater starting in the penalty box. Guru returning to track while Ant gets lead jammer with some fancy spins at the end there. Live and Let Die fighting hard to get through that pack. Got Tori Nato heading off track for a multiplayer penalty issued by the refs there. Live and Let Die has completed their initial pass and is now on a scoring pass. Ooh, and a big hit there from Rat Guru. Some nice one-on-one blocking there by Pocket Rocket, but Liv keeps pushing to get through for 4 points. Oh, beautiful apex jump there by Antrageous with a nice little spin in between. Pocket Rocket out there for the meantime by herself blocking. And we have got Live and Let Die getting another 4 points there for the Rockin' Raiders. Breezy Preezy taking a big hit there on that outside of the track. We have Rat Guru returning to track after their penalty. Antrageous getting through for another 4 points with some beautiful footwork on that outside line. A big 24-point jam there for Antrageous and a 8-point jam there for Live and Let Die. We have got the score at the moment. Oh no, sorry, a 12-point jam there for Live and Let Die. So Rockin' Raiders on 57 and Raiders on 173. Raiders have got their captain for today, Whammy, lining up to jam against Lightspeed for Rockin' Raiders. Takes a bit of a tumble off the line. Ooh, and she gets a penalty. Off to the penalty box she goes. I'm not sure what penalty that was, but... Oh, we also have Lightspeed now heading to the penalty box for a penalty. Maybe they just need a bit of a rest. Whammy returning to track. Some beautiful O there happening by Flamethrower, who just cleared the entire way for Whammy to get through. And Lightspeed back on track and jumping around those bodies on track. Flamethrower again doing some beautiful O there for Whammy. So Whammy gets through for 4 points. Lightspeed fighting hard to get past Aspirin there. Hell Bunny recycling Lightspeed all the way back while Whammy gets another 4 points. I was going to say, it's like Whammy's just showing off now, doing some little backward skating to get through, just adding a little bit of flair to it. Speedy got through for 4 points, not far behind her. We are all ducking and weaving right now to get through. And that's that jam done. We have got Whammy getting a 16-point jam there for the Raiders. And Speedy getting 8 for the Rockin' Raiders. Pocket Rocket is lining up for Raiders and Flipper is lining up for Rockin' Raiders. Few tumbles happening there, but both jammers are fighting hard to get through those packs. And there we have it. Flipper gets lead jammer for Rockin' Raiders. We've got Hell Bunny 303 going off for what I believe was a back block, and Pocket Rocket makes their initial. Flipper scoring 4 points there for Rockin' Raiders, but Pocket Rocket managed to sneak 1 point there before it got called off. We have got Evilly and Flame lining up as our jammers. We've got Hell Bunny starting in the penalty box, so Rockin' Raiders have the pack advantage at the moment. Flame just trying to get through that last line of defense, and they get through for lead jammer. Got Jam Jams Blue 2-1 heading off track for a direction penalty, I believe it was. Evilly fighting to get through that pack, but Antrageous and Whammy are holding her up at the moment. Flame gets through for 4 points. Another 4 points there for Flame. Beautiful little spin there by Flame. Looks like Evely is stuck behind that black tripod, struggling to get past. Hopefully Jam Jams can give a bit of O to help out. Ant Ray just apologising there to Evely for a big hit. Although it was legal at the very last second, he did clip her so she went out of track. Flamethrower is just currently doing laps. We have a no initial pass there for Evely, meaning they did not pass their first go past the blockers, therefore not scoring any points. And that was a 25-point jam there by Flame. Oh, we've got another new jammer. We have got Wickedly jamming for Rockin' Raiders, Blue 106, up against Aspirin 279 for Raiders. Aspirin getting a cut penalty, I believe, therefore giving Wicked a power jam. See if they use this power jam to their advantage. Another big recycle there by Rat Guru for Wickedly. Rat Guru getting sent off track for, I think I heard, a forearms penalty. Lots of penalties happening here for the black team. We have got Tori Nader getting a multiplayer block. Whammy getting a direction block. Unfortunately, there are no seats free in the penalty box, so Whammy will return to track until instructed to head back to the penalty box. There we go. We have Wicked getting through for their second scoring pass. Aspirin has returned to track as the jammer for Raiders. We have Wicked calling that jam off for an 11-point jam, and Raiders not making an initial on that jam. Our current score is Rockin' Raiders 80 to Raiders 215. We have got Hell Bunny lining up against Loki as our jammers. Iris doing a big recycle there on Loki. And Hell Bunny getting through for lead jammer for Raiders. Loki still fighting through to try and get through on their initial, but and there has been a star pass to Blue 93. This is Baby jamming now for Rockin' Raiders. Bunny getting really held up this time by that blue tripod, trying to move them inside and outside, but they are tracking her beautifully across the track. There we go, Hell Bunny getting through for another 4 points. Baby still fighting her way, but getting stuck on Iris there. before getting a cut penalty. So off to the penalty box she goes. Some beautiful O coming from both sides on that tripod by Iris and Flame for Hell Bunny there. You can hear that jammer instruct her team that she would like some O assistance and tell them when to go before they go and do it. We have Baby returning to track for Rockin' Raiders. And that is the end of that jam. A no initial there for Rockin' Raiders and a 16-point jam there for Hell Bunny. Oh, no, I'm sorry, a 20-point jam. We have got Live and Let Die up against Rat Guru for this jam. Rat Guru getting through for lead while Iris is heading off track for a penalty, and so is Al 4 points. Looking very pleased with herself while looking at her benchy MJ. And Sudsy getting through for 4 points for Rockin' Raiders. Very proud of herself there, getting some beautiful crowd involvement. Oh, got out of the pack and then took a tumble and now has to deal with Pocket Rocket up the front. But there we go, both jammers getting through for another 4 points. What we love to see on track, even though both of these teams are versing each other right now, you can still see them checking each other are okay, just generally enjoying being on track together. And that is that jam. That was a 16-point jam there for Rat Guru and a 12-point jam for Sudsy. We have got Utterly Adorable going up against Antrageous. We've got 2.5 minutes left in this jam. That's what I meant, game. Do we think Rockin' Raiders will crack 100 points? Antrageous getting through for lead jammer while Utterly Adorable is trying to find her way through that pack. Looking for those gaps, moving them around. Antrageous getting through for 4 points while Raven Riot is heading to the penalty box. Antrageous getting through for another 4 points and calling it off. This very well could be our last jam here. Who have we got jamming for Rockin' Raiders? We have got Flipper jamming against our lovely captain Whammy for Raiders. Second jam of the day. Bit of jammer on jammer fun there. Trying to psych each other out. Whammy nearly fell over getting her footwork. And there we have it. Raiders get through for lead jammer. There was no penalty this time for Whammy. Flip is still fighting, and there we go. Flip gets through for her initial. Excitement levels are high over here in the benches, and Whammy calls it off. We might have time for one more jam, and we've got a new jammer for Rocket. Iris back again for Raiders, looking mighty tired right now. These two back at their home teams are teammates. So this should be a bit of fun. Not often these two get to play against each other. Got some fancy footwork happening. Evely's having a sit on the floor. Oh, we've got Iris going to the penalty box for Raiders. Jam Jams is fighting hard to try and get through that pack. But the rotation on the black pack is beautiful, stopping him from getting through. Tensions are getting high. Really need to dig deep in this last jam. We have got blue 2-1 heading to the penalty box for a forearms penalty. But we have got Iris back on track for Raiders. Iris making their initial. Looking very tired. This game is not an easy game right now. Flamethrower heading to the penalty box. Bunny doing some lovely O there to get Iris through for another 4 points. Setting up some O there by the Raiders. Iris getting through there for another 4 points. And that is the end of this game. We will wait for our official score, but that is the end of Raiders versus Raiders. All right, we are just waiting. Two and Raiders 271. Congratulations to both teams.
you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. Oh yeah, I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it.
making it hard for White Gems to get through, calling it off.
Tornado Tilly jamming for the white team, getting a cut penalty. Sea Salt claiming lead jammer. Charging through on the inside line. On the jam line for the Shooting Stars, we have Spitfire. And for the Southern Stars, we have Nightmares. Spitfire's through with lead jammer, but Nightmares is not far behind. Spitfire calling it off.
Lining up, we have Cicada for the black team and Danger Fart for the white team. Danger Fart taking a bit of a tumble. Cicada giving lead.
Cat Crusader on the jam line for the Southern Stars, and the Nothing on the jam line for the Shooting Stars. Cat Crusader through with lead jammer. The Nothing making it through for their initial pass. Cat Crusader calling it off, taking their 4 points.
For Southern Stars, we have Nightmares. And for Shooting Stars, we have Heat Seeker. Heat Seeker taking lead. Nightmares not too far behind. Nice footwork from Heat Seeker on the inside line. Nice little jump from Heat Seeker on the inside line. Heat Seeker calling it off.
Lining up on the jam line for the Southern Stars, we have Tornado Tilly, and for our Shooting Stars, we have Spitfire. Spitfire taking lead. Another 4 points for Spitfire.
Lining up for Southern Stars, we've got Danger Fart. And for Shooting Stars, we've got Cicada. Nice little jump from Danger Fart on the inside, calling it off to end the jam.
Cat Crusader jamming for the Southern Stars, and we have the Nothing jamming for Shooting Stars. Cat Crusader through with lead jammer. The The Nothing making it out on their initial pass. Cat Crusader through for their 4 points, calling it off.
Which one's the white team? Okay. Shooting Stars.
All right, up next, jamming for the Southern Stars, we have number 1T, Inconceivable. And jamming for the Shooting Stars, we have number 00, Cicada. Both jammers enter pack. And Cicada breaks through on the outside line while Inconceivable is still fighting through that Shooting Stars defense. Inconceivable nearly makes it through but gets recycled by Heatseeker. While Cicada is just pushing through, waiting for some O. Cicada gets through, getting the first 4 points for Shooting Stars. And calls off the jam. All right, next up we have number 33 Nightmares jamming for the Southern Stars. And number 11 Spitfire for the Shooting Stars.
Now it's on. Oh yeah. It's really quiet when you talk to it.
That's why I'm doing this.
Oh my god.
We have some lovely dance moves from the Shooting Stars. I love you too, Wickedly.
Oh, love you too.
Some great moves from our rec crew as well. That lovely timeout is over, and now both jammers are getting back into it. Both jammers try and fight through the defense.
And Nightmares gets through on lead.
While
Oh,
Spitfire's
but they
been
can't.
recycled.
Now this is Power Jam to the black team.
Spitfire is fighting their way through.
And we got some wonderful oak from the Nothing. And Spitfire
Spitfire
makes
gets
it
through, getting
with
lead on the inside line. Spitfire makes their way around the track, does some nice juking and just breaks through that tripod, gets chased down.
by 09. And we have Nightmares 33 coming back on. And we got some
Spitfire
beautiful
takes a bit of a
jamming.
tumble, but gets right back up. And continues to fight through that tripod. That is a solid tripod we have right there.
And we have Nightmares scoring some more. And we have Spitfire down with a penalty.
Nightmares, Spitfire is trying to call off the jam, but gets sent off for a penalty while she's calling.
And Spitfire. And Nightmares makes it through with 4 points. And a wonderful O from her team makes it through with 4
Nightmares.
points. And the jam is now called.
What a great jam.
As Spitfire is still in the bin for the Shooting Stars, it will be a power jam start for the Southern Stars.
And it is now intermission.
Enjoy your break.
We would like to thank our sponsors with TechMe for making these beautiful posters that you see around. Connection. Wait, what does that say? Fingers? Australia? We would also like to thank a big thank you to our sponsors as well as Sport Connection Australia as well. TechMe again for these beautiful posters. And the food truck outside because they're literally amazing. You should get those soft serves. Oh my god, you should go. They're actually fire. Oh my god, yeah, they had a really good iced coffee this morning.
Really? So much stuff I can't eat. Can I please have Spring Rollers and Shining Stars captains and alts for a quick captains meeting? Also, we are going to do our Unicorn Awards. So our Unicorn Awards are a new award we have implemented for this tournament. A unicorn is when you get 30.0 exactly on your stopwatch. We have got 2 recipients of our awards today. The first one... Alright, we have 2 recipients of the awards. Well, hurry up. The first one being Jarracuda, who I believe has got 5 unicorns this weekend. I will be with you guys in 2 seconds. And our second one is going to... Our second award is going to Jimmy. So we have got 1 for you and 1 for you. Can we get a photo, please? Jenny, you're in charge of that. Star Crush. Oh, okay.
We need Alley Cat and Ziggy Star Crash for the captain's meeting. Quickly, please.
we have Dangerfar on the line for the white team.
And Spitfire still in the box from the last jam for the Shooting Stars.
And we have Dangerfart coming out with lead after a beautiful O from her team.
Spitfire is back on track and gets through.
And we have Dangerfart fighting for that lead, for the point. Oh, and Dangerfart makes it round with another 4 points. And we have Dangerfart coming around again, getting hit out and calling. Well done to both jammers, amazing job. And for the black team, we have jamming number 88 Heatseeker. And for white, we have Nightmares 3-3. We have some strong blocking from the white team, hitting the jammer out. Nice reforming. Awesome. And we have 88 Heatseeker making it out with lead. And Nightmares just around the corner. And we have a beautiful apex done by 88 Heatseeker. And we have
Heatseeker
Nightmares
speeds
coming around the
around the
corner.
track.
Awesome.
Another beautiful apex jump and just a
Maybe
small hit
headbutt.
out. He gets recycled and comes back on with a beautiful toe stop spin out of that pack.
And we got some beautiful owing from the white team to get their jammer through. And our jammer scores another 4 points.
Heatseeker does some great line work, but gets hit out and recycled by Cat Crusader.
Nice
And
job.
And almost gets stopped by Inconceivable, just not quite.
And we have Nightmares coming around the corner again, fighting for that
Heatseeker-
point.
Heatseeker getting hit out and recycled.
No, I didn't.
Hello?
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 Hello? Yes. We would also like to thank our sponsors yet again with Sports Connection Australia, TechMe, and the food truck outside because it's amazing.
And a great job from Mildura First Aid. Thank you.
Give a round of applause to Nightmares. amazing support from both teams.
All right, next up on the line, we have number 161, The Nothing, jamming for Shooting Stars.
And we have 84, Tilly Tornado, jamming for the Southern Stars.
Both jammers engage in pack.
And we have both jammers fighting for that lead.
The Nothing is doing some good juking and gets through, getting lead.
And we have some beautiful O-work being done by white team. And some beautiful O from 202. And we have Tilly coming out.
Both jammers get out. Tornado Tilly is in front, but Nothing is not far behind.
And we have the Nothing call it off. Both jammers scoring no points. On the white team, we have Cat Crusader. Jamming for the Southern Stars.
And for jamming for the Shooting Stars, we have number 88, Heatseeker, doing some interesting hand signals to his team. Heatseeker does some fancy footwork and gets through, getting lead for the Shooting Stars.
And Cat still fighting for that lead, doing an amazing job.
One of
and
Shooting
makes it
Stars'
out.
blockers is sent to the penalty box.
Awesome. Oh.
Heatseeker does a nice apex jump, falls on his face and gets back up.
And still no cut.
And cools off the jam with 4 points for the Shooting Stars.
And no points to the Southern Stars. Amazing jam, guys.
Next up, we have number 11, Spitfire, jamming for the Shooting Stars.
And for the Southern Stars, we have Danger Fart. With Danger Fart making lead.
And Spitfire not far behind, chasing her down.
And we got an amazing little apex jump done by Danger Fart, making it through. And scoring those 4 points. And for the Southern Stars, we have 8-4 Tornado Tilly jamming.
While for the Shooting Stars, we have number 88, Heatseeker, up on the line once again. Heatseeker takes out Tilly, but she gets right back up and he gets through, getting lead jammer.
And a beautiful done O by her team.
Tilly's still fighting through while Heatseeker does a nice apex jump,
That was a
lands it
beautiful
this
one.
time and scores 4
And we
points.
have Tilly just behind. And another 4 points scored by Heatseeker.
Some nice footwork there while he calls off the jam, doing some nice spins and stuff.
So for the white team, we have Cat Crusader jamming for the white team.
And for the Shooting Stars, we have number 161, The Nothing. Both jammers are fighting through their pack.
And Cat Crusader making it out with lead.
Nothing is struggling against a really strong 3-wall, but gets some excellent O from her team.
Beautiful
and
jamming
speeds
done.
around that track.
And Cat Crusader making it through while cooling off the gym, scoring 4 points.
And leaving the Shooting Stars with 0.
And for Shooting Stars, we have number 33 Nightmares.
And for the Southern Shooting Stars, we have number 1-2 Assassinator Sophie. Both Gemmers make contact. Nightmares gets recycled while Sophie gets a cute little O from her team.
I don't know, it didn't really work, but it was cute.
Both Gemmers fighting for their lead. And we have
Nightmares being held up on number 88 Heatseeker.
with some beautiful blocking.
Sophie gets some excellent O. Gets held up.
Is fighting for that lead still. With beautiful O's from their team.
Oh, Sophie
Nice
takes a
one.
tumble. But gets right back on.
And number 33 Nightmares is lead. for the
Sophie's not
Southern
far behind. A
Stars.
little push from Heatseeker, and she's making her way around the track, chasing down Nightmares. Both jammers look exhausted right now.
They're both working their hardest and trying their best.
Oh, Sophie
Oh.
face plants, but gets back up and keeps going.
And scores those 4 points. And Nightmares scoring 4 points as well. Awesome jamming from both jammers, working their hardest to score them
Some
points.
great one-on-one blocking from Heatseeker right now. Oh,
And
nearly a
Nightmares
good
makes it
takeout.
through again, scoring those 4 points. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
And then for the Southern Stars, we have 202 jamming for the Southern Stars.
And we have number 11 Spitfire jamming for the Shooting Stars. Really excited to be on that line.
Both jammers are fighting through the
And
other team's
202
defense.
makes it out for lead. Dolphinator for the Southern Stars. Getting lead.
Spitfire gets through that pack and is
Another
making their way
4.
around the track.
Another 4
And
points
Delphi
called.
calls off the gem before Spitfire can get any points. Next up, jamming for Shooting Stars, we have number 88 Heatseeker.
And for the Southern Stars, we have number 84 Tornado Tilly.
Some good juking from Heatseeker and a nice tumble. He gets up, gets recycled. Does the same thing.
And Tornado Tilly making her way through track.
Some nice clean footwork that time as he gets through and gets lead for the
And-
Shooting Stars.
Tornado Tilly not far behind.
Heatseeker glides through on the outside line before juking to the end and,
And
getting
Tornado
through,
Tilly making
scoring
it
4
through.
points for the Shooting Stars.
And Tornado Tilly making her way through.
Heatseeker just makes that look so easy, getting through the pack once again with 4 more points. Nice
And
thumbs
Tornado
up,
Tilly
thank
not
you.
far behind again. A beautiful juke done by Heatseeker.
Heatseeker gets through once again before calling it off glamorously.
Awesome job to both Germans. That was a really good one.
Next up, we have number 161, The Nothing, jamming for the Shooting Stars.
And for the Southern Stars, we have Danger Fart 1-5.
Both jammers engage with Pack. Nothing is doing some excellent side-by-side lateral movements. Oh no, toe stops actually, never mind.
And Danger Fart making the lead.
Nothing receiving some O, but not quite being able to take it. And
Oh.
Nothing gets through.
And Danger Fart hopping over that apex and calling it, but a cut called.
It's
Making
now
their
a
way to the
full
penalty box.
2-minute jam because Danger Fart was lead, but has gotten a penalty.
And we have some beautiful blocking being done by the white
The
team.
Nothing does a nice toe stop spin and gets through the pack. She is not wearing her usual skates today, folks. But they still look good.
A beautiful another apex hop done by Danger.
Oh,
Fart.
Nothing almost makes it through on the outside line, but gets recycled.
And Danger Fart comes out, scoring another 4 points for the Southern Stars. And Danger Fart makes it through without even a cut. 4 points, another score.
5 minutes left on the clock. 5 seconds left on the jam clock.
Will they make it?
Nothing gets through, getting a final 4 points before the jam is called off.
Both
Great
jammers-
effort from both teams.
Both jammers scoring 8 points during that jam.
Next up, we have number 999, Poison Ivy, jamming for the Shooting Stars.
And we have number 9, Mr. Morris Minor, jamming for the Southern Stars.
Poison Ivy starts trying to break through this pack, but they have quite a solid tripod there. Oh, she takes a tumble,
Oh, Morris
takes
Minor
down 2 of
making
the blockers with her.
lead. Oh, being hit out by Heatseeker, recycled. Making their way back through track.
Poison Ivy gets recycled, is now just fighting through, gets a nice O from Heatseeker. He manages to hop the apex, but she takes the star off.
And we have 999 Poison Ivy taking off the panty. And a panty pass done.
Heatseeker has the star, and the jam gets called off.
And a 4 points for White.
3 minutes left on the clock, and the score is now 85 points to the Southern Stars and 122 points to the Shooting Stars.
For the Southern Stars, we have 202 Dolphinators jamming.
And number 11 Spitfire for the Shooting Stars.
Oh. And Dolphinator getting a back block done.
Dolphinator gets sent to the penalty box for a back block and gets quite upset about that.
while Spitfire gets 3, getting lead jammer.
Well, Spitfire making their way through track, being
Spitfire is fighting through that white defense, but they are holding their own. She's getting some O from her team, and she just manages to get through on that inside line.
beautiful reforming from White. And we have Delphinator back on.
Ooh,
Making
Spitfire,
that initial.
as Spitfire is still fighting through that defense. She is lead, so she cools it off.
And the jam is called off by Spitfire. And we have 2 minutes left. Will this be the final jam?
It might.
Next up, we have Heatseeker number 88 jamming for the Shooting Stars.
And for the Southern Stars, yet again, 202 Dolphinator.
Heatseeker did just get through on that inside line getting lead, but he also put the star on over the top of his pivot Panto.
And Cicada now, recycling the jammer. And a cut called on 102. And Dolphinator back in the box.
Number 88, Heatseeker, their jammer, has gotten a cutting penalty and is sent to the penalty box. It is now a power
and
jam.
Dolphinator is now coming back on track. With a beautiful O from her team. And a Heatseeker right behind her. And Dolphinator just out.
Heatseeker dances through that inside line, chasing down Dolphinator. She is smiling and giggling, but he has just overtaken her.
I have to say, I think this is the final jam, guys. And
This will be the
Dolphinator
final
through.
jam, and there is 54 seconds left on the clock. Both jammers are through.
Both scoring 4 points. For the Shooting Stars, we have a 12-point jam done by Heatseeker. And a beautiful
Heatseeker
apex
does a
jump.
beautiful apex jump, lands it and gets 4 more points
And
for the Shooting Stars.
right
Dolphinator
behind.
still working her way around the track.
With an 8-point score as well.
An excellent bean dip from Heatseeker with 4 more points.
And Dolphinator going straight through pack as well, scoring another 4 points. We have beautiful work being done by both
Heatseeker
blockers.
cancels pack and goes out on the outside line.
And Dolphinator coming right through, scoring another 4 points for her team.
And Heatseeker, and the jam gets called off.
Now for the Southern Stars, we have 101 points. And for
for
the Shooting Stars,
151.
awesome job done by both teams.
Make sure everyone comes and gets a high five from these amazing teams.
And we'd also, yet again, like to thank our sponsors, the Sports Connection Australia, TechMe, and the food truck outside. Thank you so much.
what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it.
All right, first up for Spring Rollers, we have number 53, Masho, as their jammer, who has gotten lead. And she has gotten through and gotten 4 points. Right behind them, they have number 912, Core Bindrick, who is also jamming and got 4 points. All right, next up we have, we have number 333, Manic Panic, and number 313, Storm Rider. Both our jammers are looking pretty ready, but there is a timeout. Looks like we're having a bit of a technical difficulty, but that's fixed now. Like I said, we have Manic Panic up for the Spring Rollers and Storm Rider up for the Shining Stars. Both jammers are rolling through the pack. Storm Rider's gotten through, getting lead, with Manic Panic not far behind. Both jammers are speeding around that pack, making sure they come to a full stop before entering pack, because that's what we do in level 1. Ooh. Manic Panic takes a bit of a tumble but gets back up and gets through, getting 4 points for the Spring Rollers, while Storm Rider is still fighting through and calls off the jam. Next up, we have number 21, Dagger, jamming for the Spring Rollers, up against number 1. (152) Cataclysm. Dagger gets through and gets lead, while Cataclysm is still fighting through that pack. Cataclysm has gotten through the pack and is now making their way around the track, while Dagger is being held up by Z and is being asked to call and calls up the jam.
Next up, we have number 50, Maxi Smash, jamming for the Spring Rollers, and number 10, Alley Cat, jamming for the Shining Stars. Both jammers are working very hard to try and get through this pack. Maxi Smash is pushing through, pushing their way through, while Alley Cat is doing a side-to-side approach. Maxi Smash gets through, getting lead, while Alley Cat is getting some O from her team. Maxi Smash is now trying to fight through and gets through, getting 4 points for the Spring Rollers. He comes to a good stop before entering pack and gently pushes on these blockers, while Alley Cat is still fighting and yet to complete their initial. And after a full 2 minutes, the jam has been called off. That was a great jam. Next up, we have Lord Madness jamming for the Shining Stars. And Rainbow Smash jamming for the Spring Rollers. Rainbow Smash gets through, getting lead. And the jam gets called off. Next up, we have Z jamming for the Shining Stars, and
Firestarter full. Mine's not even on.
Z has gotten through and is getting lead. Giving us some attitude there. Comes to a full stop before entering pack.
Firestarter's through. Whipping round that track. Ooh, Z has a penalty. Off to that penalty bin.
Well, Firestarter is still pushing through that amazing defense from Kanevi.
We have a power jam for the
Spring
Spring
Rollers.
Rollers. through for 4 points.
Firestarter comes to a complete stop before entering pack. And is pushing on that defense. Goes around to find a different approach. Z re-enters track and comes to a full stop before entering pack once again, as Firestarter gets through, getting 4 more points for the Spring Rollers. The jam is called off after a full 2 minutes.
Oh, Spring Rollers doing pretty good on 32 points. Shining Stars, 8.
We have Storm Rider jamming for the Shining Stars up against Masho for the Spring Rollers. Masho makes their way around the track and is now engaging with pack once again.
Masho through for 4 points. We have a penny pass, a star pass, and we have Alley Cat as our jammer, working hard against the Dragon City blockers. 2-0. Alley looking for those gaps. Oh, finds it, gets through. Masho comes up to the Shining Stars defense, finds the outside line, calls it off before Alley Cat can get to pack to get any points. Maxi Smash up for the Spring Rollers, up against
Corbinator for
Thank
the
you.
Shining Stars.
Thank you, Guru.
Corbindrick, sorry. Corbindrick gets through, getting lead. Corbindrick gets through in front of Freya and gets through once again, getting another 4 points for Shining Stars. Some great jamming from Corbindrick. Getting through, getting another 4 points for the Shining Stars.
Freya trying to find the gaps there between the Shining Stars defense, but they're holding them up. Doing some tight D there on that wall. Finding the out, trying to push on the out. Got through on the out. Is through for 4 points. Corbinator, Corbindrick right on their tail.
Both jammers are coming to a full stop before entering pack. And Corbindrick kills off the jam.
Ooh, we have Evie Knievi on the line up against
Manic Panic. Manic Panic gets through, getting lead, while Knievi is still pushing on that amazing Spring Rollers line of defense. Manic Panic comes to a full stop before entering pack, and Evie Knievi just gets through.
Evie Knievi working hard. Oh, they call it off before Evie can get through for any points.
A nice spin at the end by Knievi.
Yeah, that was a very good spin. Ah, Lord Madness on the line. Oh, Artemis through. Lord Byron still trying to find the gaps to get through the defense. 4 points, and we're calling it off.
We have number 888 Firestarter on the line up against number 637Z.